everybody, this is Sam Watkins here from MoveMend Rehab and Performance, and today I'm going to be answering what are ACL exercises that you can do with resistance bands. When people start ACL rehab, they often don't know what the rehab is going to look like. And they ask, am I going to need a gym membership or some weights, or can I just use resistance bands? You know, I did PT in the past, I got these tiny little resistance bands. Will those do the trick? Resistance bands can be a useful tool throughout the rehab process to complement other exercises or as a good alternative to weights when you're on vacation or don't have access to a gym, but you cannot do ACL rehab well only with bands. You just can't. And if you're in PT doing ACL rehab with only resistance bands, run from that PT clinic. You should be working with a PT that has a better understanding of strength and conditioning to know that resistance bands have nowhere near enough resistance to build the strength needed to safely cut, sprint, play soccer, ski, or whatever activity you like doing. What kind of bands are you going to need while you're going through your ACL rehab? Thin bands like this one, tiny, are of almost no real use in ACL rehab outside of a few exercises for your glutes. You know, these might be better for some smaller muscles in the arms, but your legs are going to need a lot more resistance than this. If your knee extensions or hamstring curls look like this and take you 30 plus reps before you start to feel a little bit of a burn, your band is not going to work. What you will need is a thick band like this one or like this one. These bands are often used for assisting pull-ups, so if you search pull-up assist band online, you can find them. They're designed to help people pull their body weight up above a bar, so they actually have enough resistance to sufficiently challenge your leg muscles to drive changes in strength. So here are a few hamstring exercises you can try out with these resistance bands. This one here is an isometric hamstring curl. In both of these isometric hamstring curls, you're going to have enough tension to where you can only curl to a 90-degree bend and then hold it there. If you have a hamstring graft for your repair, the ones on your stomach are going to be especially killer. This next one is a full hamstring curl in prone, so on your stomach. You might want to do a few sets where you focus on the deeper range of motion, so have a little extra resistance, where the deeper range of motion is where you feel that tension, and then some where you emphasize the load with a little bit more of a straight leg, so that shorter range. And then finally, these are called hamstring tantrums. These are a great exercise for athletes later in their rehab process, particularly for people who had a hamstring graft. The quick contraction of the hamstrings is huge for sprinting, and it can be tough to get back with a hamstring graft after ACL surgery. The quads can be tricky to challenge with bands because they're such a strong muscle group. Average people are going to be pushing around their body weight at least from their quads, and it's not uncommon for an elite athlete to push 2 times plus their body weight. This knee extension exercise on your stomach can be a great option for when you're on vacation and don't have access to more equipment. Setup can be a little bit tricky, but loop it around your foot rather than around your ankle like this. The key with this exercise is using a heavy enough band and choking up on it enough so that when you're kicking as hard as you can, you aren't able to fully straighten your leg. If you're able to straighten all the way, it's too easy and the line of pull isn't going to be quite right to really target the quads well. I hope these banded exercises are helpful for you on your path to recovery from an ACL injury. But just know that randomly throwing these into your program as you try to recover from your injury isn't going to get you very far. You might be watching this video because you tore your ACL and you're trying to figure out what to do. Or you feel like you're not challenged enough by your physical therapist. Or maybe your insurance company has decided you're fully recovered and are no longer paying for your visits, but you're not feeling fully recovered. Having a plan with structured guidance from an expert is crucial to getting back to sports after an ACL tear. That structure and guidance is what we can offer you at MoveMend Rehab and Performance. Whatever the reason you're watching for, if you want to have a plan that you can feel confident in, check out our website, schedule a consult, we'll get you taken care of.